In 2 minutes, we will find out if IS screwed me. What if they pushed up the double seasonal banner on purpose to bait people into polling for duo Micaiah? So then they could hit us again with the legendary Micaiah. See, I don't think that's actually what they did, but I'm afraid. It is the boy, okay. I've been insisting that it couldn't be him because we just got Brave this character. Is that the artist for Miller? That looks like damage reduction to me. Arenbar, Atrocity, Odd Tempest, oh god. That do be Dimitri. Well, this is fun. Relieved that it's not Micaiah, of course. Also, Dimitri looks cool. I'm down. Yeah, I was thinking inevitably Legendary Dimitri would end up being a little bit like a Brave Dimitri, but whatever. We'll find out. That is a really cool special animation. So yeah, we know who all is on the banner except for like one on blue and one on green. Also, I need to put the quality up. We're watching 360p. There we go. Edelgard. Leon on green. That's cool. We got Fallen Corrin. So yeah, blue is really good, obviously. Alright, we're safe. That's the takeaway here. Safe for now. Alright, let's look at Dimitri. He's water, of course. That's good. That fits thematically, unlike wind on Corrin. No, water makes sense because his root is called Azure Moon. Okay, let's check out his perf. Arenbar. Select special trigger at start of combat if unit's HP greater than 25%. Grants blah +5 during combat. And also, if unit speed greater than foe speed, reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area of effect specials. Equal difference between stats times 4. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. It's kind of tame, which is kind of a joke, but yeah. So yeah, he gets XR special trigger. He gets +5 to all stats, which is a pretty straightforward effect. And he gets the speed-based damage reduction. So that way he can free up his B slot, which has Atrocity. At the start of combat, if foe's HP greater than 50, boost damage by 25% of unit's attack. And after combat, inflicts attack speed, defense res -5, and special cooldown +1 on target and foes within 2 spaces of target through their next actions. Give me a second to catch my breath. Okay. So yeah, that's like, it's a smoke, pull smoke skill on the B slot, which is weird. Also, it's like, boosts damage. Say that's true damage. 25% of unit's attack. If he gets up to like, I mean with sturdy impact and with his perf, he's gonna get up to a really high attack. So he's gonna be doing like, I don't know, like 20, not 20, like 15 true damage every time he hits you. He's very strong. I said his perf is tame only because it's not like as explosive and crazy as some of the other shit we've gotten recently. I guess he'll be faster. Brave Dimitri wasn't necessarily like super fast. People have built him to be fast, but that wasn't like his thing. I'm guessing Legendary Dimitri will be faster because he has the speed-based damage reduction. Yeah. Isn't that just what Sense Scale does? I think Sense Scale, at least, it doesn't have the HP requirement, but like, I don't know, man. You're usually attacking foes that have above 50% health. Unfortunately, he did not get the like the actual atrocity from Three Houses, where it's like, if it activates, you just get effective damage. That would have been really funny. I don't know what the point of sturdy impact is, because like, I don't know. I guess if you're initiating on, excuse me, if you're initiating on a tank, I guess you won't kill them in one shot. But yeah. Oh, we can see his stats. Yeah, he's faster. Jesus Christ. Is that 44 base speed? What the fuck? Why does he get 44 base speed? Is that the highest we've seen? I can't think of a unit that has higher than that. It's Gen 5 BST that's been like distributed pretty like he's pretty min-maxed. His res is really low. But I mean, at least he has that as like a weakness. He has low res, but everything else is just completely bonkers. I also noticed one other thing he doesn't have is he has special acceleration, but he doesn't have like special cooldown acceleration. He doesn't have like a heavy blade effect. Is that 185? Isn't that just like what Edelgard is, even though she's in armor? Yeah, no, it's 185. What's going on? Why? What's going on? Why does he have 185 BST? That's fucked up. His C skill. At start of odd-numbered turns, unit can move 1 extra space. And there's no condition for that. You don't need to be at an HP requirement or anything like that. You just get that buff, which is pretty strong. And it only applies to himself. That's interesting. I'm curious what types of units want that C skill. Probably like Gale Force units. Like Brave Celica might want it. That's interesting. And he can afford to have like a weird C skill because he has Pulse Smoke and everything else on his B slot. That turn only does not stack. Could you imagine if it stacked? You dance him with Azura and he gets to move 4 spaces. Well, I'm happy it's not Micaiah. Disappointed that they went so hard on the BST power creep. Like I said, the last melee infantry unit we got had 176. And this guy has 185. And yeah, his attack is so high, like... And he's also getting the true damage. I feel like you probably just want a special that activates more frequently. Since it's not like you have room for a special spiral. He is an atrocity, alright. I'm gonna look up some hot takes. I guess one other thing he doesn't have is a distant counter. He's probably more of a player phase unit, which I'm okay with. He kind of parallels Legendary Edelgard in that way, because Legendary Edelgard is definitely a player phase unit. Yeah, I was just reading in one of the Discords I'm in. Fighting him in Arena is going to be super annoying. Because he's just going to run up on you on the first turn, because the first turn is odd-numbered. And you're going to forget about it probably toward the end, when he's like the last unit left. That's messed up. He can move 3 spaces, he can give that buff to himself, and he can just fuck you up if he initiates on you. Yeah, exactly, he can get 1 cooldown Glimmer. You could just give him what's it called, Times Pulse on his C slot. People will probably want to keep Odd Tempest, but yeah. I want to say this is the first time they've put true damage on the B slot. I could be wrong. But yeah, since you have that on his B slot, you can afford to run this along with Distant Counter if you do want to make him an enemy phase unit. Yeah, he's a good player phase unit, but he can work pretty well as an enemy phase unit as well. It's just he can't take like a nuke from a magic unit probably, unless you stack this damage reduction with Flame. Why is nobody talking about the fact he has 185 BST? Is that normal now? Am I the crazy one? Oh, okay. He has para bonuses. Okay, sorry. Yeah, he's paired up with Byleth probably, so that's why he has the para. Okay, thank God. So he does not have 44 base speed. It's still probably pretty high. It's at least 41, right? I've never cared to look up exactly what the buffs are on para bonuses. Yeah, we both saw it at the same time. Okay, sorry for the mistake. So that's a little encouraging. For a while there, I thought they just printed an infantry unit with 185 BST, which would have been a little nutty. Look, he's fighting with his friends. Some of them are from the beach. Also, they're 5 years younger for some reason. So he should have 180 BST, which isn't exact. Well, actually, it might be closer to like 178. I don't, like I said, I don't know exactly what the para bonuses are. Like, I don't know what they add up to. I guess I could check. This person estimates that Dimitri is gaining 5, 7, 8 stats. So if he's gaining 8 stats, then that means his actual BST is 178 or 177, which is much more reasonable. So yeah, we can talk about the banner now. I don't know. I don't have much else to say about Dimitri. He's obviously very good. He's gonna, if you get him and you slap him on your arena defense team, you're just gonna rack up a lot of victories because people are gonna forget about Awe Tempest 3 and they're gonna get fucked. I would consider, I don't know, I guess the idea behind Blazing Wind is that, like, you're doing true damage because of this effect here. Yeah, so we can talk about blue now. People suspected that blue would be the best color because we knew we had Chrom, and then we figured we'd also get a blue legendary. But then we also get Fallen Corn. Fallen Corn, I pulled him, so I know exactly what he has. He has attack speed solo for null follow up and defense speed solo, or defense speed rouse, which is really good fodder. And he's also just a really strong unit, obviously, so yeah, blue is nutty. Green, we got Thracer, Edelgard, and Leon. I think Leon has Null Seed Disrupt, which is a very coveted skill. I feel like so few units have Null Seed Disrupt that I don't even see it that much anymore on like my AR defense replays. It's just Nyla and Leon as far as I'm aware. There might be one more, but I'm only checking because I want to make extra sure Leon has it. Yep. Just Leon and Nyla. So yeah, green's good for that reason. Edelgard's just a good unit. I don't even think Edelgard has that good fodder besides Armored Stride, but like if you get Edelgard, you should probably just use her. Colorless is Grima, Air, and Alm. You can always use more Air merges, probably. Alm, still strong. Grima, not very strong. They need to refine Grima's weapon and probably give her access to the new Dragon Skin skill that Halloween Grima has. And Red's pretty bad because you got Ryoma. Marth isn't bad, but and then Mirabilis. I like Legendary Marth, but it's hard to argue in favor of an old Legendary unit at this point because they're just so weak compared to the new ones. They gave us funny, scary, edgy boy around Halloween. It's topical. Exactly. Mirabilis is good. Mirabilis is a very strong AR defense unit, so there's that at least. My ranking would probably be... I think I would actually put green before blue. Just because Null Seed Disrupt is such a rare skill, and if you get Thracer, then she's just very strong on AR defense, so you can always use more Thracer merges as well. Well, alright. Like I said, I prepared this time, so here we go. We have our image from the subreddit. Next month, we're getting a mythic hero. We can make an early guess that it will be green, but we don't really know. I think the next mythic hero should be Light. Or Astra. It'll be interesting because by that point, like within the next month, we might know, what am I trying to say? I think they might do like a big update or a big overhaul to the legendary or mythic system because remember, like we initially got mythic heroes about 2 years ago, and now we have 4 dark mythics, 4 anima mythics, 3 lights, and 3 Astras. So I think now that they almost have like 4 of each, I think they might be doing an overhaul of the mythic units. Kind of like how they evolved legendary heroes after a while to be like pair-up legendaries, they might do something like that for mythics. And yeah, that would have been my first guess for November's Mythic Hero, because literally, Ashera is like the whole point is that she's like a light elemental goddess person. So if they don't make Mythic Ashera as a light unit or as a light mythic, then I'll be upset. Yeah, but remember, the next mythic doesn't have to be green. It can be any color, actually. My personal read as of right now is that they will put colorless Ashera with Leaf and Corrin. That might seem very stacked, but there's kind of like, it's not really a consistent precedent, but it's happened a couple times where they'll run like the newest legendary or mythic with a legendary or mythic that's still pretty new. So like that would be the case for Ashera. Can you see my cursor, by the way? I hope so. Actually, no, you can't. Of course not. As for the December legendary unit, it's anybody's guess because, yeah, I don't know. I guess some units from this banner will have to rerun in December, right? Because otherwise it's just way too open, I feel like. My hard read, looking 6 months out. Duo mythics, oh god. My hard read going 6 months out is that Legendary Micaiah will be on gray during this month in February. Isn't it weird how February is like weirdly filled out already, even though it's 6 months out? That's weird, right? But yeah, I think since colorless is so open in February, they're gonna do like Legendary Staff Micaiah on gray. That's my hard read. Also, I'm hopeful for that because that will give me time to save orbs. At least with Dimitri, like I can imagine some ways you could kill him. We've had a couple things recently where it's been like, wait, how do you kill that unit? Like Brave Edelgard, kinda. It's just effective damage. That's all you can do to her. And then Brave Hector, it's like with his Refine. It's like, I don't know, what do you do to him? Can you stack this atrocity effect with Pulse Smoke on C slot? I'm guessing you... Actually, the way it's written, I wouldn't be surprised if you could. I don't even think that would even be that good, but the way it's like the way you read it now, it actually implies that you could stack it with Pulse Smoke on C slot. That's kind of interesting. I think that'll do it. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight to watch this trailer and talk about it. I appreciate it. If you're watching on Twitch, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's called Loopy Black. That's where I upload all of the abridged versions of these reaction streams. If you're watching on YouTube, go follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/Loopysaurus. And we will be back tomorrow with more Castlevania, but then in the distant future, we'll be back with more Fae reactions. So, thanks guys. Have a good night.